just show her a little swing.
So this is the Gram Prime, or the Gram Slam, that's right, I said it. The father of swords, that's what it's described as in the codex, the father of swords. No, Papa, no. Looks pretty awesome, right? And its damage is the equivalent of falling into the Badger Pit and getting mauled by those little stripy devils. For me, this is probably the best item out of the Prime Access this time around, but is it now our best melee weapon in game because it has got insane power creep? Not really. If anything, it's a little bit of a side grade to some of the better weapons we have right now, infested Zaws and so on. I guess it's going to depend on what kind of playstyle you like when running with melee weapons. Yes, the Gram Prime has got an insane crit and status chance, and it boasts the highest offensive damage model out of all of the melee weapons in game, but its range, for it being a huge two-handed sword, is pretty bad, and its attack speed is also one of the slowest in game right now, which, let's be honest, is a huge disadvantage when you're running with melee weapons. You want a decent range in order to wipe out as many enemies as possible. You don't want to be taking enemies one at a time. Now, unless you can get a Riven for this thing, of course, because it has got a maximum Riven disposition, and if you can get a Riven that will boost your range and boost your attack speed and maybe other stats as well, then it's going to turn this into an absolute beast. Definitely will be the top tier weapon in game. Now, Zaws, the Legion, Whips and other melee weapons hit faster and have more range, so of course it's entirely up to you which you prefer to run with based off of your own playstyle, but the Gram Prime is still an incredibly strong weapon. That is until Melee 3.0 hits, because of course it's right around the corner, and then we will see the inevitable rise of the machete. All hail the Butcher's Blade, grandmother of weapons and overall shitstick. It could happen. It could fucking happen. Now, the items in this Prime Access, right? The Rubico Prime is amazing, but not everyone likes running with snipers. Some players don't feel like snipers even belong in Warframe, and Chroma Prime looks great, but is pretty much just a slightly buffed reskin with gold trim. However, this huge two-handed fuck-off blade can do some serious work once you've gained some momentum, and also give you a lot of fun and giggles in the process, because of its passive of slam attacks having a higher radius and more ragdoll strength. So slam attacks with the Gram Prime will send enemies into the air and knock them back a little bit onto their arses, which gives added crowd control, which is always welcome. Remember, with Melee 3.0 there will be directional slam attacks as well, so this could change the Gram Prime's functionality and make it a lot more effective and maybe allow you to take out large groups with that directional slam. Now, this passive is nice, and like I said, it is fun, but it can also get a little bit frustrating or a little bit annoying after a while, because it can knock enemies out of your weapon's range, which will happen a lot if you've got Tempo Royale as the stance, since its right click combo has a slam built into the end of it, which means you're going to be knocking enemies all over the place. Stat wise, the Gram Prime is Mastery rank or rank 40. I'm just going to use MR from now on in videos. I'm not going to say Mastery rank anymore. I'm going to go MR 14 because I know what it sounds like to you guys. So it's MR 14. It deals 180 base damage, mostly / 75% of it. It's got a 32% crit chance and a 32% status chance, which makes modding for a hybrid build of Blood Rush and Condition Overload totally viable and worth it. And it comes with 2 already V polarities. Its combo counter still scales pretty badly even after last night's hotfix, because it was bugged, and might need another hotfix since getting a 4x multiplier takes over 25,000 hits, which of course that's a lot of hits, so maybe it is still bugged beyond a certain point of those combo hits. Now, these are the relics needed in order to farm your Gram Prime and get all of its parts, so happy hunting. Let me know in the comment section below if you already have it and what you think of it. Now, as far as modding my Gram Prime goes, I went with Condition Overload and Blood Rush because it feels like the best choice until Damage 3.0 hits and we see how it's going to change everything. And I've gone for Cleaving Whirlwind for the stance because Tempo Royale gives you them slam attacks, which, like I said, after a while just got a little bit annoying for me. Of course, you're free to run with Tempo if you want to, if you prefer those knockbacks. Everything else in the build is pretty much standard when it comes to a combo of Blood Rush and Condition Overload. More dual stat mods if you want more status chance, because you can hit that 100% status chance with the Gram Prime. entirely up to you. And also Naramon as a focus school is always a really nice choice if you're running a melee only mission. So with this weapon's insane power creep, is it now our best melee weapon in game, or has it got those disadvantages in order to balance it out compared to some of the other weapons we already have? Will you run it over everything else until the machete rises from the depths of the sewers, wherever it is? Let me know in the comment section below, and do me a huge favour, hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, or don't if you didn't. Subscribe for more Warframe, and as always, thanks very much for watching.